Okay, welcome back. This is the last part of this series of tutorials for making Android applications for virtual reality applications for the Android phone. So this is the scene I've made. This is part 1 and part 2. If you haven't seen them, you can go back and watch them. So I want to do two things. One is to make my camera walk around. Right, so I want to be able to move around. Now with the phone I don't have a controller, so what I'm going to do is use gaze control. So whichever way the camera is looking, that will it'll move in that direction. Then the second thing I want to do is build it and put it onto a phone. So to get started, I got my player view here, and I want to add a rigid body to it. So add component, rigid body. Then I also need a capsule collider to make the virtual body here. So I'm just going to add components, capsule collider, just like that. Now it's not touching the floor, so when I press play I'm going to drop down onto the floor, okay, which I don't really want. So you get your capsule collider and edit it. So click on the button there, edit collider, and just drag it down. And I just want it to nearly touch the floor, so it's gone under it. It's hard to see here. Something like that. Okay, so it's just about on the floor. And press play now, so I won't drop down and I can look around. Now to move requires a script. Oh yeah, and one other thing, I just got hit by one of the bouncing balls, and I don't want this to fall over, because if you're in VR, you're going to be that'll feel a bit sickly and cause cyber sickness. So if you go to the rigid body, there's an option there, constraints, drop that down, freeze rotation X, Y and Z. That'll stop it rolling over if one of the bouncing balls hits it. It's a good thing to do anyway, because if you walk into a wall or bang into something, you could end up falling over and rolling around, which isn't the best experience in VR. Now the last bit for this then is it needs a script. So that's where it will I'll just delete that one because that's the one I did already. That's where it'll give it the instructions to move around. So to make a script, go down to here, right click, create C# script, and I'm going to call it auto walk. Okay, now to view the code, then just double click it and you'll open up whatever your development is. So I'm using Mono Develop, you might have Visual Studio or something like that. Now the code for this I found on the web, so I'm just going to copy and paste it here. I'll put the code down below in the comments down below. So here it is. So copy that and paste it in. So here it is. So just replace what's there, the default stuff, and paste. And you have it there. Save it. Now I want to add that script to my player view. So here's player view, and drag it across. And it's added the script. One thing to check, just make sure that the player view is tagged, or your main camera is tagged as main camera. So just go tag main camera. Okay, otherwise it won't work. So I'm going to press play now, and I should be alright. So I'm moving around. Okay, so I can, now the balls are bouncing off me and moving my character as well, but you can see there, and there's my animated text, so it's all a bit crazy here. So that's moving around. In that code there is the speed, so 0.5. If you want to increase or decrease it, you change that. You'll have to experiment with that. If you do too quickly, again, cyber sickness, it could make you feel a bit ill if you're moving around too quickly. So that's that. Now last thing to do then is to build and put it onto a phone. So I've got everything here, and you just go up to File and Build Settings. So I did all this in the first video, so you might want to go back to that. Just make sure you've selected the scene. So here's the scene, is the right one, the one that's open. If it's not, you can click Add Open Scene, uncheck the other one. Make sure the Unity symbol is here is on Android. In player settings, make sure you've given it a name. It'll stop you and make you do this if you don't, so might as well do it now. There, go down to other settings and package name, make sure that's there. Minimum API level, so I've picked Android 8 Oreo, so that's level 26. I think the minimum is about 25, so you might as well put it up there. And then make sure you've got your XR settings, so it is virtual reality supported, and you got the cardboard there. So now everything should work. So I'm just going to click build, okay, and I'll just give it a name. So YouTube. Okay, and you can see there it's going to be an APK, so that's the type of file that you get on Android phones. So now it's building it, and while it's doing that, I'm going to plug in my phone, so just via the USB cable. Let's get that now, copy it, and I need to get to my phone, so I'm just going to plug it in again. Okay, open it up, and you just paste it wherever you want. So right click, paste, it's copied it on, and it's on my phone. Now to get it on your phone, just go to Files, My Files, and for me anyway it comes up as recent files, so I'll just click on the YouTube tutorial.apk and it'll ask me to install it. Now you might have a problem if you have a setting where you have asked it not to install anything that's not from Google Play Store, so you might have to disable that, and then it'll install it, and then click open, and it will open up on your phone. Okay, so I've just tried it there and it's all working, so hope it works for you too. Hope these videos were useful to you, and I'll make some more. I'll make some for the Vive with SteamVR. Okay.